Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson football channel. Taking a walk in the rain, don't care that it's raining. I've also got a bit of lipstick on my neck. My girlfriend's wearing lipstick, she gave me a kiss. I need a flipping kiss, I need about 50 kisses to be honest, because the news is out. Frank Lampard is about to, at the time of me recording this video, be sacked as Chelsea manager. And the daylight was going to disappear. I expect it's going to happen within a couple of hours. So I'm making this video for you guys now to give you my thoughts on it because, well, I mean, if I didn't make a video on Frank Lampard being sacked as Chelsea manager, then I think you guys would kill me and you would abandon GBFC because, well, if I can't talk about that kind of news, what can I do? So, first things first, did I see this coming? Yes. Am I happy that it's come? Absolutely not. I think, you know, it's been a dream being a Chelsea fan for the past 18 months. You know, there's nothing quite like seeing your team win the league, or back in 2012 when we won the Champions League. It was ecstasy, you know. It's still the best day of my life to this very day. You know, I haven't had kids yet. I've not been married. I'm sure that might come close to that one night in Munich. But yeah, the feeling around having Frank Lampard as our manager, knowing that the Chelsea manager merry-go-round, which has left us heartbroken so many times. I mean, a lot of people, you know, were happy when Mourinho was sacked the second time around. That was horrible. You know, when Mourinho got sacked the first time, I didn't like it then. Second time, didn't like it then either, because I felt as though there were so many players on the pitch that let him down. And, you know, when Lampard came in 2019, I saw it as an opportunity for Chelsea to change this legacy that we have of being a rinse, repeat, sack the manager, start a new thing, and then just get rid of it as soon as there's a little sign that it's not going very well. I thought we got rid of all of that stuff, but it seems as though we flipping haven't. Frank Lampard has come in. He had absolutely no way of signing players in his first window, apart from Mateo Kovacic's permanent deal from Real Madrid. Chelsea have a transfer ban. We lose our greatest player from the past decade, Eden Hazard, one of the most talented footballers to ever grace the Stamford Bridge pitch. Frank Lampard does an incredible job of guiding Chelsea to, you know, the last 16 of the Champions League. We won't talk about that bit too much. 4th place in the Premier League. And then we also manage an FA Cup final where we're beaten by our rivals Arsenal. This season, we go on a 17-game unbeaten run. The wheels come off. You know, I hate to use that phrase, but the wheels come off in December. Frank Lampard, under a lot of pressure. I mean, I've made my videos here and I've made it very clear on this channel that I think tactically, Lampard isn't as developed as some of the other managers that Chelsea could potentially have at the helm at this moment in time. But overall, you know, like, this is just a sad flipping day. It's such a sad day because you look at the quality of player that we have. You look at all of this money that we've spent. It could have been so flipping great, you know, and Frank Lampard is my personal childhood hero. You know, I know there's going to be a lot of people that watch this video that are very happy that Frank Lampard is, in fact, lost his job as Chelsea boss. There's also going to be a lot of people that might be my age. I'm 26 years old. You know, I grew up with Frank Lampard. He's the flipping Don, man. He's the hero of Stamford Bridge. Our top goal scorer ever, which I know it's difficult because we can't allow ourselves to get so sucked into the whole narrative of, well, he's our best ever player, so, you know, we need to treat him, you know, like that all of the time. And if he is underperforming, then we can't criticise him. I don't believe in that kind of stuff, but the reason I am so sad about it is because that narrative for me was what made me enjoy football so much again over the past year and a half. That is my selfish reason why I'm absolutely devastated that Frank Lampard is being sacked as Chelsea manager. If we look at it diplomatically, it's probably too early in his managerial career, for him to take over at Chelsea. But, you know, I think he proved in his first season that he does in fact have the minerals to actually get Chelsea to where they want to be. At the moment, again, you look at Liverpool, for goodness sake, you know, Champions League winner Jurgen Klopp delivers their first ever Premier League title. Now, you know, they've not won in 7 or whatever it is. They could go down to 7th this weekend in the Premier League. They got Spurs on Thursday night. Liverpool are in a tricky spell as well. But Jurgen Klopp didn't come in immediately and give them overnight, click of a finger success. He had an idea, he had a vision, and Liverpool gave him the time. Whereas, you know, Frank Lampard says that he has a vision. At the moment, in terms of what we're seeing on the pitch, it doesn't necessarily look as though that is the truth. But this is for me like the end of any dream that I have of being able to buy into Chelsea having a manager for, you know, the same amount of time that United kept Alex Ferguson, you know. As much as I grew up watching Lampard on the pitch for Chelsea, I grew up just so envious of Manchester United and what happened with Sir Alex Ferguson as their manager. I've actually just seen a tweet come through now, it's confirmed. Oh, it's kicked me in the bollocks, kicked me everywhere. Like, football's everything for me, man. Like, Chelsea's everything. Like, I mean, even across the other side of the world in Southeast Asia, that's all I wake up thinking about every flipping day. You know, I was jealous of Man United and Sir Alex Ferguson, and not only how brilliant he was, but how hateable he was, but how United fans knew that they had a geezer at the helm, that it didn't matter how good or bad the quality of players that were coming in and out of the club were. He created something, you know, he had a dynasty, which has been my dream as a Chelsea fan ever since I've been old enough to think any better, to be honest. And I thought, I know it's kind of foolish, but from my own emotional, personal standpoint, I thought that Lampard was going to be that guy for us. It's a silly thing to think about because he's only ever had 1 year in management before coming, but that's just my emotional opinion on the matter, really. But Lampard has gone. How do we move forward from this one? Well, we got Wolves at home in the Premier League, who ever since they beat us at the Molineux, they've not won a game. So, you know, it's been very typical of Chelsea teams in the past where a manager's been fired after a bad run of form and then all of a sudden, click of a finger, oh yeah, wait, we've got so many good quality players in this side, and we start performing again. You know, there's so many players in this team haven't even been there long enough to be tired of Lampard's training, of Lampard's tactics, of Lampard's vision, you know? Like, there's only so much a manager can do. I'm not just trying to say this is the players' fault. I'm not trying to blame anybody. I just think it's typical of Chelsea that when a manager goes through a bad run of form, when the team go through a bad run of form, the inevitable always happens. And that is that the manager goes. But Lampard, man, Frank Lampard, you know, it's tough to try and separate the whole player thing, manager thing. I get it, you know, you guys think I'm delusional and that I think, you know, we're going to win the league under Lampard. I did earlier in the season because we were flipping top of the league. If you don't believe you're going to win the league when you're top of the league, it becomes boring being a football fan. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you know, at this point in time, I'm under no illusion that we're not going to win the league this season. We've gone through so many poor results, but still, the Premier League's so open, it's so tight. 2-3 weeks can change everything. And I think that after last season's performance from Lampard, he deserved at least to the end of this season to fix it. You know, if, for example, we didn't win any of our next 5 games, maybe then. But we've just beat Luton. I know it's only flipping Luton and it makes yesterday's video seem pointless now, to be honest. The 6 things we learned with a bit of positivity, which is what I was trying to inject for you guys in the Chelsea community, because we need a bit of that right now. But this is a sad day. This is a really, really sad day. Frank Lampard is sacked as Chelsea manager. It's officially happened. The moment within me recording this video, I'm gutted. I'm absolutely gutted. I love the bloke. I love the youthful, just Chelsea. It felt like we got our Chelsea back. And now it's back to square one. I don't really know what else I can say from here, to be honest. The rain keeps coming in. The wind is still hectic. But yeah, it's a sad day. But we have to move, you know. The thing that people always remind me, which they think I don't actually think about this, but I do always believe in this, it's always Chelsea Football Club over any individual. And I stand by that today. But, you know, I'm allowed to be gutted. You guys are allowed to be gutted, or if you're happy that he's gone, you're allowed to be happy that he's gone. But, you know, there are some things in football where, yeah, maybe emotion does take over logic sometimes, but it is the Chelsea way. And I'm afraid, if any of you watching this video had the same dream as me, that we could have a dynasty with a manager at the club who loves Chelsea, who understands what it is to be from this part of West London, It's never going to happen, ever. As long as Roman Abramovich is in charge, which, by the way, I'm not having a go at Roman for this whatsoever, because Roman Abramovich has delivered me so much happiness, so many of you so much happiness, and it's just the way that this club is. You know, that's just one part of my footballing dream as a fan that I don't think we're ever going to have. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm not going to ask you to do anything on this video. Just let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new. See you all tomorrow.